Have you ever heard about grounding? Have you ever done it? Do you know what it is? Hi, Jenny here. Today I thought I would talk about grounding a little bit. I have done it a little bit. Basically, it's going outside, walking around barefoot and grounding yourself to the earth. Balancing your electrons in your body, because sometimes we get a little buildup of, that electrons in there, stress and all that, and walking around outside kind of releases all that and gets it down into the earth, balances us out. So I also talk about rainy mornings, that there's a lot of electrons in the air even then and stuff, but it's good to be out there and breathing in the air and getting exposed to the rain. It's good for you. Also takes you back to when you were a little kid, running around all the time, playing on the monkey bars, playing on the swing sets, running around barefoot in the yard, running through the sprinkler. That back then, that was what we did. That's what you had time for. You played. When you're an adult, you don't play so much. You work and then you're tired and then you want to sit and rest. So I have taken some time to try to get more grounding in lately, just again with my health issues that I've had. Set a little timer for 5 minutes on my phone and walk around outside, and you're really supposed to be doing it for at least 30 minutes. So it's kind of like, well, that's a whole lot of time. So unless I'm actually really planning something, if you're taking a day at the beach or whatever, but that's not going to happen every day. Not for me anyway. The other thing is, as you grow older, you kind of, you have more knowledge about things. So I realized that when I was working at the daycare, and in the summertime we would take the kids outside. So I would set up the outside area. I was always there early in the morning, and I would set up all the toys and everything, and I would see all these webs in the grass. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there's spiders and bugs and stuff in the grass. So, to the detriment of myself, I'm thinking when I'm out there grounding, I'm going, let me walk around out here. And bad enough I have to think about if dogs are pooping or peeing in the grass or anything, but I'm like, oh, there might be spiders or bugs around I might be stepping on, or hopefully not. In any case, I've heard a couple people talking about grounding mats. And so I decided, all right, there was one of the places that comes highly recommended. It was having almost like a half price sale, something. I think it was half price. I don't know. It was a good sale. So I thought, I'm going to try it. So I went ahead and ordered the product. It did come in the other day. So I figured I would make this video now just to have my intro and say, okay, this is what it's about. And then I'll see if it works for me, how it goes, and I'll fill you guys in. So I'm not sponsored, not selling this product. I have no idea how it's, like I said, how it's gonna work or whatever. I've just heard it has worked for other people. So there's this company called Earthing, and I got the mats. So I figured I would open this up with you and see what's inside. I did glance the other day and I was like, oh, there's more here than I kind of thought. So I'm like, let me just open this on camera. So, this comes with, there's instructions on the box about setting up your earthing product. There is, there's an earthing movie. The thing I saw in here was that there were a couple books, so I thought too, I'm like, oh, okay. More things for me to read and do, but, okay, and a movie to watch. And I didn't realize I was getting these. I don't know if this was a free bonus or whatever. I did not see that this was part of the kit or whatever, but Earthing, the Most Important Health Discovery Ever by Clint Ober, Stephen Sinatra, and Martin Zucker. So there's that book. Fairly thick, an inch or more. A lot of pages. I don't think there's I think it's a lot of words, probably not a lot of pictures. Oh, a little bit of pictures. So, we'll see what that one talks about. And The Mother Earth Effect by Elisabeth Hoekstra, Olivia Ramirez-Smith. So, this one too, basically no pictures. At least the other one had some pictures. So we'll see what those have to say. In any case, from what I did see online, how this all works is that you get a grounder checker. Now I know I already have one of these in like my toolbox. My dad had that for when he was doing a little bit of electrical work on the house and you turn off the power in the basement. You want to make sure that you check your outlets with a current checker that to make sure that the electricity is actually off. There is no power running through there, because he has had it where there still has been power and he got zapped. And so in any case, there are instructions on here. It tells you that which lights are lit up and then what that means. So you want to plug this in. It's got the, again, for American outlets, there are 2 regular prongs and then that 3rd round one. So it has to go into that type of an outlet, that type of a plug. So you check that out, make sure that it is grounded. That's the purpose of this, is to make sure that the plug itself is actually grounded. Because what you're doing is you're plugging in this mat to the outlet, and that grounding, because the outlet is grounded and stuff, it helps, it makes the mat grounded, which then can ground your body. That's it. I got those words out. So then there is the outlet plug for the mat. There are 2 prongs in here. There are 2 mats, but there are 2. Good. There are 2 cords. I do have. Good. I have 2 outlets. I believe this only has 1. It has 1 area that goes into the plug. So this will plug into here. So this obviously goes in your outlet. This goes in here. And then this end connects to the mat. So you can use this mat under your feet while you're sitting at the computer. So again, so you get your half an hour's worth in that way. Do barefoot. You want to be barefoot on there with the mat. Or you can wear a thin layer, because this says you can lay it in you can put it in your bed and you can lay on it, you can sleep on it. So a thin layer of cotton would be okay, that would still work. You can sit on it, so if you're sitting on a couch or a chair, sitting there reading a book, you can put this that way and get your grounding in that way. So I'm going to take all this out. Let's check out these mats. These I did not look at yet. So they do, well, this site also sells sheets and pillowcases. You may have also heard of that. I'd thought about that, but it's good 4 feet, 3 feet long, 3 feet, 4 feet, by about a foot wide, not too bad. So interesting that one side's blue, the other side's black. Maybe they came in black. But then there's the plug. Oh, all right. Conductive side. It's good they put a little sticker on there to let you know you're supposed to be on this side. This is kind of anti-slip, so you can put it on the floor. But then this side of the the other side of the plug then is supposed to attach. It's got a little, not on that side. Oh, maybe I take this off. Ha! That's what happens when you don't read directions. You just do it on the fly. Okay. So that comes off. There's a little spout plug, a little peg. That's it. I will think of words. And then this plugs into here. So then that has like the electricity we're going through the mat so that it grounds you. So again, like I said, they make sheets and pillowcases and like a yoga mat. I think there's like an armband also. You can have something around like your bicep and or around your wrist and around your foot. Same band. You could either have it, I think. I don't remember if it goes on all 3 positions or if there's 2 different ones, but maybe you can put it either in different positions, because I know you could also put it around your foot. So this does stretch pretty far. I mean, there's a big long cord here. That was my problem, thinking if I was going to try to get sheets or pillowcases, as I thought I would try with that first, but the way my bed is set up and where the outlet's on the wall, it's kind of like, it'll be kind of hard to figure out where to get the plug to go that it's not going to be in the way. And then it can reach the outlet. The cord is pretty long. So in any case, we shall see. Maybe it'll do nothing, but maybe it'll help. I'm always up for trying. Try again, try to keep this body healthy. Healthier than, healthier than it was, or at least just keep it going, keep it steady. So let me know if you've ever tried earthing, grounding, sorry, not earthing, that's the product. Just let me know if you've ever tried this either. Any of these type of products. Have you tried any products? Have you tried any of this stuff for grounding? Or do you like to go outside and do it that way? Get your grounding in that way? I wouldn't mind doing it that way. Again, like I said, for a little while. It would be nice to go out there. I should get back to like reading books outside. I could sit out there with my feet in the grass and read, but maybe one of these days. Not right now. Right now I can sit at my computer and edit these videos and get my feet grounded. So anyways, like I said, I will keep you informed and let you know what I think about this stuff. All right. I figure I would show you how I plug this in and all that good stuff too. Just because. So we have a multi-plug unit here that's easier to get to. The one under my desk, I think I even only have one spot available. So like I said, this was the tester. So we plug this in here and it lights up. And having the two lights on, the two orange lights, that's good. So that means that this is working as it should. So then I can just plug this in. Does this have... That looks funny. Okay. Get that in there. That's plugged into the mat. I don't hear any electricity or anything running through. So I can sit at the chair here and read for a little bit, or maybe this cord will be long enough and I'll stretch it over to my computer, but I am barefoot at the moment. Woo, took off my shoes. So I will sit here for a little bit and see, and again fill you in a couple days or whatever, and see again if I feel anything. I feel like I should do a Wheezy Waiter video and do the grounding mat for 30 days and make a video of that for 30 days. Maybe I will, to let you know again whether I notice a difference or not. So we would just sit here. Got my heating pad up higher for my shoulders. Get my shoulders warmed up for doing my exercises, and sit here and ground my feet. All right, the grounding mat was able to reach over to my computer, so I just sat here for 30 minutes with it on. Don't feel any different, don't feel anything, but there's day 1 down. Day 3 of using the earthing mats. So this time I decided that I would sit on the mat. So I've got it down below me. The last 2 days I've just sat on it. I've sat at my computer and had it under my feet. But today I decided we'll try sitting, just something different. While I'm doing this for the half an hour, I also picked up the earthing book that came with this kit. Figured I would read that while I'm sitting here for my 30 minutes. And like I said, I've read about the earthing before, and I know what it is, but then I forget like how to explain it. So I came across this paragraph that explains what earthing is supposed to all do. It says, in short, earthing restores and maintains the human body's most natural electrical state, which in turn promotes optimum health and functionality in daily life. The primordial natural energy emanating from the earth is the ultimate anti-inflammatory and the ultimate anti-aging medicine. Again, I knew it had to do with like transferring electrons and all that and keeping the body balanced. I forgot one of the main things is the anti-inflammatory. So So far, again, haven't noticed any difference, but yeah, it's only day 3. So we'll keep going and see if I notice anything after 30 days. Alrighty, I realized I haven't finished off this video regarding using my grounding mat. I have a few videos in queue that I've been working on, and I'm like, oh, I need to start finishing these off. So I was debating on making this video into 2 videos. I was going to tell you about the grounding mat, and then I was going to wait 30-ish days and let you know what I felt afterwards. And then I thought I could just combine it all in one video, and I never did put out that video, so I guess that's the way it's going to be. I'm just going to put this at the end of that. So as I mentioned, I got a grounding mat. I believe that whole process started in September. And I tried it out. At this point, I've been using it most days. So it is now February, February of 25. So I did. I used it there every day for, I've pretty much been using it every day, except for, like I said, a few days here and there. Either I will forget or I'll not be up for wanting to after I've done whatever I've done during the day. Either I don't have enough time to do it, or I do have the mat just sitting on my computer, so it's just laying there. I do plug it in though when I do want to use it, because I don't really have enough plugs where I'm at. My plugs are all used up, so I use a plug across the room. So my little cord kind of runs across the room a little bit to my other outlet, which is fine. Other thing being that you are supposed to either go barefoot, preferably you should go barefoot on the mat, or you can wear a thin layer of like cotton. So again, usually I just leave my socks on, because again, right now it's winter, it's cold, my feet get cold easily. So at least if I have my socks on, I'm not too much colder. Sometimes I'll put a blanket on my lap and I'll still go, barefoot. But even with that, it seems like my feet and ankles get cold. So I've just been doing it with my socks on. Obviously when I started out too, when it was warmer and stuff, I'll go more barefoot. In the summer, we'll see, it'll be easier to go barefoot on it and stuff. For me, again, a lot of times having shoes on just during the day, my feet cramp easily. And so I just prefer to have shoes on. Let's see, going barefoot is supposed to be preferable. It's just supposed to be much better for your body, for your balance of your body, to get the feet in there too, and then obviously to walk outside and to get, again, all the good electrons and stuff from the earth and all that good stuff, which is basically what this is all about. Earthing is to get the electrons into you, and it's supposed to help heal your body. They say long ago, the ancestors, we used to all, walk around barefoot. There are still tribes in different areas, different countries that do that. I know there's a barefoot movement even here in the United States. I think it's just here in the States. It's either a club. I know there's people that's what they prefer. They go everywhere barefoot. And then if they have to wear shoes to go into whatever, a restaurant or something, then they'll put some shoes on to go do that. Or wear these like fake shoes. But so be it. Good for them. Again, get as much of the goodness of earth healing that we can. If you think that works, and that's good. So for me, like I said, I've been doing it. As far as noticing any difference, the main thing is that I feel I sleep better. Now there are mats you can use that you lay just on your bed. Even this mat you could put at the end of your bed. Again, it still has to be plugged in to an outlet. So it's a matter of, again, where your outlets are in your bedroom and type of thing, if the cord will reach. It does have a little springy cord on it, so it can stretch. But it's just, for me, it's just easier to have at the computer and sit on it, have my feet on it. They say to do it preferably for about 30 minutes a day, and you can go longer than that. Same, again, it's at my computer. If I have my shoes off and I'm just sitting there, it's usually for hours. Even in the beginning, I may have gone a half an hour here and there, but again, if I'm sitting at my computer and stuff, if I'm there for hours, then I'll just, have my feet on there for hours. So the sleeping is something that I noticed. I didn't really have a lot of aches and pains and that throughout my body to begin with, as far as noticing any difference. I still have my abdominal sensitivity. That hasn't changed. That's still plateaued. It's been steady for months. My shoulders, I don't remember if in September this one was all better or not. My left one, I did tweak it and stuff. And again, it's slowly getting better, but it's not something that, oh, when I'm grounding, I feel, oh yeah, my shoulder's better. Or again, even now after having grounded for so long, like this didn't like heal like that. So as far as if it's doing anything, I don't know. It used to take me a really long time to go to sleep, and now I fall asleep quicker. And so again, I don't have the mat in my bed or anything. It's just a matter of having had grounded during the day. When I sleep at night, I do sleep better. And if I do wake up in the night, because I pretty much wake up every time I roll over, I'm falling asleep faster. Whereas again, before, if I would wake up and roll over, it would be like another half an hour-ish, hour that I would be awake again, just going, I just want to sleep. So that I noticed. The kit did come with 2 mats. So Wayne also has one by his desk. He has kind of almost like a plantar fasciitis thing going on in his feet. Sometimes his feet start to feel a little bit numb. He hasn't really noticed any difference in that. That's about it as far as something he would notice. For a while there, I did take one of my mats over by my mom and gave it to her for, I think she had it for a month or 2. And we had it in her chair. She basically lives in her chair. She sleeps, sits and sleeps in her chair. So again, it was there all the time. So she was pretty much on it 24/7. Her legs did go down in swelling and stuff. The legs did go down fairly quickly after using the mat. But again, then after that, it's like, yeah, after a couple of weeks or a month or something like that, they did kind of swell up again a little bit or whatever. And other than that, same. She didn't notice much of a difference. I think what else did I think? Oh yeah, my thumb. I think what else would Mom would have had? I had everything, but that's about it with her. As far as sleeping too, I think her sleeping was the same. I have a triggered thumb right now. Again, this happened in July-ish. And there are days that's been like, this is pretty good today. I feel it, but there are days that I can't really move it. Sometimes if I'm in the shower in the warmth, I'll be able to, but I thought too, I'm like, well, whether the mat would be doing it, but again, this has stayed fairly steady. It's not a matter of, it's kind of again like, oh, I'm grounding and all of a sudden I feel a difference. So there's the book. It's part of why it took me so long to make this video, was that I wanted to finish reading the book. And it's really long. It's 300 pages. Can I read that without my glasses? Yeah, 300 pages. And it takes me forever to read these days. I don't take the time to read if I'm doing other things. But in any case, yeah, I'd finished most of the book a little while ago, so I finally finished this up this last week or 2 here. So it explains a lot about earthing, the science behind it, the studies that they've done, personal testimonies, kind of like what it's all supposed to do. So again, it sounds all good. All the things I've heard about it. I've heard other people. There's a lot of videos out there regarding the grounding mats, regarding earthing, regarding just walking around barefoot, walking on the beaches. People that have gone on vacations. Again, part of the reason that you feel better on vacation, besides not having the stress of having to go to a job where you have your own day to yourself. But a lot of time vacations are in warmer places, so you're getting more sunshine. You're walking on the beaches, you're going in the water, or even if you're just swimming in a pool, and all of that is good for the body. So, that's another reason of noticing things. Being up here again, obviously we have winter, we have snow. We just had this big snowstorm last night. You can't really go outside walking barefoot. I'm not going to be on the grass and things like that. So again, to have the grounding mat is nice, to be able to get the grounding in that way. Let me check out my notes. I'm going to glare with the light. Less inflammation, that was a big thing. That's another one of these of again, why the grounding, what's the big benefit, and it's supposed to be for less inflammation. Again, one of the videos that I just watched again the other day was about, part of it is also with your blood clumping. Sometimes the blood gets a little bit thicker, slower, and it clumps together more, and when you have the earthing electrons, they kind of separate a little bit, and they're freer, and they move faster. So there was this one lady who had her own electron microscope, as part of the business she ran or whatever, because she had all the lancets and the slides and everything. And so she took her blood, did a little prick of the finger, put it on a slide, looked at her blood, which she, could show on the computer screen, and how it was thicker and clumpier or whatever. And then she did 15, 20 minutes of grounding or something, took her blood again, showed it on the microscope, and it was like moving. Separated a little bit more and actually like, kind of really moving and stuff. So interesting. And then she did it after a week. She had her, like another employee did the same thing. They did the mat for a week. She had done the mat for a week sitting at their desks at work, and then took the employee's blood and showed the same thing. Her blood was like really moving. Again, I did hers. She didn't really say, again too, she was hoping that she would have seen more of a difference. Didn't otherwise say what she really thought of it. I guess she did think it did make a difference. Again, I don't know how much it accumulates. So if, again, you're using it every day, people have said that if they have like gone on vacation or gone on a trip, I should say, for like work or something, if they've had to be away for a week and that didn't have the grounding mat, then they kind of noticed it. Most of those people, though, I think sleep on the sheets or have the grounding mat on their bed and just sleep with it. So again, I guess whether it's that or whether you have your feet on it, it should be about the same. So yeah, my shoulder pain, my thumb, other aches and pains. Yeah, that was the only other thing. Abdomen. So sometimes they say that it may be a little bit worse before it gets better when you start the grounding. Again, as far as whether like you'll have a little bit more restless sleep or you'll have either a little bit more painful flu-like, and then that all goes away and then you're good and feel a lot better. You have more energy. So as far as the book goes, like I said, a lot of the personal testimonies in there, we're talking about a lot of people slept better, fell asleep faster. Again, the swelling, a lot of the swelling went down, inflammation went down. Some people were like in such a bad state where they couldn't even like really get themselves out of bed and whatever. And so the scientist, or this Clint, went over, put a grounding mat under them. They slept on it, and within like a day, they were up and walking and able to move around. People could maybe see better. Blood pressure was better. Again, it's making your blood be less sticky and move better. People had allergies better. That was the thing too. Wayne has had allergies, and with the mat, it doesn't seem to have affected that much. He still has his allergies. So, okay, we tried. People heal faster. They have more energies, less headache, more energy, less headaches, less hot flashes. What was I thinking? Okay, they healed faster. One of the things they talk about is for athletes. That there was, again, another study that they did with, even like on the Tour de France or something, I think with some of the cyclists, where you're obviously burning a whole lot of energy and using your muscles a lot, and you're really sore then that night or the next day, or if some of them have fallen and they get all scraped up. What they've done is there are different types, again, of these grounding devices. So there is the mat you put your feet on. There is a bracelet that you can wear, and again, it has the plug thing in there that you have to plug into the outlet. There is a patch, so you can put the patch wherever. You put the patch on your arm. If you have a scrape, you scraped up your elbow, you put a patch or two on either side of the scrape on your elbow and whatnot. And again, that makes it heal fairly well overnight, and or again, it would heal faster than if you didn't do the grounding. So part of that, again, again, people have sworn by that they think that this is really awesome. It's really helped them. And okay, so that was the athletes and the being healing faster. That's what. And then the other thing, some people say that they feel a warm tingle and stuff when they put it. It's not a heating mat. I thought of that multiple times. I'm like, especially in the colder weather. Like I said, my feet get cold. I was like, oh, if this only were like a heating pad too, if I put my feet on there and it kind of warmed them up, it would help warm up my body. I'm like, that would be nice. But it isn't. It's just a little rubber mat. And some people have felt tingles and they can feel it kind of work up their body and stuff. I have not felt that. I haven't felt anything. Just have my feet on there. I was thinking too that maybe it'd also help with my neuropathy. And again, same. It almost seemed to help in the beginning. I almost seemed to feel like it was a little bit better. That I was feeling, when I was walking, there were a couple times that as I was walking, I felt more, either after having grounded or whatever, I was feeling the tingles in the feet. But other than that, again, I don't know as though I would attribute anything to the mat, because again, everything is pretty much like it said, I'm stagnant. So as far as my thoughts on it, like I said, it's a great idea if it does work. There is some type of contraption you can buy, some electrical current tester, and I have seen a video of somebody that did that, where they've just tested the ground. It's kind of like I don't know, when you plug stuff into like speakers back in the old days, you have headphones, or even I suppose even now, if you have headphones and you have to plug them into the computer, and so an end like that. So there are ends like that or something where you kind of have to put, if you put it on your ground in the house where it's not really connected to the ground because you have tile or you have carpeting and all that. And if you put it on there, like the little meter would read like 0 or whatever. And then if you put it on the mat, and again, if it's not plugged in, it would still kind of read 0. But once you plug it in, then it reads that yes, there's electrical current going through it. So I haven't bought one of those just to test it out, just for my own curiosity's sake. That would be interesting to know for sure for myself, instead of just believing everybody else, right? I haven't. So again, I like the idea of it. I think it's fantastic if it does work, if, all these testimonials that I hear and all that, if it is working for people, that's fantastic. That's great. That's wonderful. I love that. Again, like I said, for me, don't know if it's making any difference, but at this point in time, I have the mat, so I'm using it anyways. I will continue to use it until, I don't know when, if it breaks, or if for some reason I decide I don't want to use it anymore. But it's, like I said, I have it, it's there, it's not harming me, and so I will continue to use it and hope that it's helping in some way. That's, I can't tell, but that it is. So that's my opinion. I will link some of the videos and information and things below. You can check it out yourself if you want to, and let me know if you've heard of earthing, grounding. Have you done it? Do you prefer to walk around barefoot? I know a few people that do. Have a couple friends, and Wendy does that she walks around barefoot all the time. My daughters love to be barefoot. They don't like wearing socks and shoes, which is good for them. Even though again, it's more in the house. We haven't been outside running around barefoot in a long time. It was great when they were kids. We would do that. But in any case, yeah, let me know if you've tried it. What are your thoughts? Let me know. And I hope you guys are doing well, and keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.